Hey everybody, we have a lot of people here tonight, so please squeech? Yeah, sure, squeech in so that we can get everybody into seats. Or scooch if you want. So I'll say it again. We have a lot of people coming in tonight. Please scooch in. I don't see anybody moving. I need you to move in so that we can fit everybody in tonight, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to give you a heads up that you will not be able to stand along these walls here. The ceremony will go down both of these sides. So we did have some seats cleared up over here. Some of our faculty and staff have moved and are standing. So make sure and check all of these seats. If you're saving a seat for a guest pinner, I would ask that you not save that seat right now because we have no seating for anybody, and they do have reserved seating they can go back to. So if you have seats that are not going to be filled, I ask that you please scoot in and give us some seats so we can easily identify where some available seats are, okay? I see 2 on the outside right here, if I need 2 over here. I have 2 up here, 3 up here in the center on the front. I have 4 over here on this side.
If everyone would please bow their heads, we're going to have a prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us here to this moment. I ask that you bless this ceremony, and I pray blessings over all of our family, our friends, and children who walked along this journey with us. I pray blessings over all the nursing faculty for all their encouragement and support throughout our program. Please continue to guide our steps, inspire our hearts, and let us be a light to all of those we will care for in the future. All glory goes to you. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brian Shonk, and I'm the Chancellor here at the University of Arkansas Community College at Batesville. On behalf of our dedicated faculty, staff, administration, and students, I welcome you to the 2025 University of Arkansas Community College at Batesville Registered Nursing Pinning Ceremony. Before we begin, just a brief note of housekeeping. We have arranged for a professional photographer to capture this special moment with when your loved one receives their pins. All photographs will be available in the next few days for download from the USCCB's official Facebook page. Now, let me extend a heartfelt thank you to every one of you here this afternoon, as well as those joining us on a live stream. Your support has been instrumental. By encouraging and understanding the dedication required for your loved ones to pursue their nursing education at UACCB, you have contributed significantly to their success. To our graduates, this afternoon is more than a ceremony. It's a celebration of your remarkable journey. You have shown dedication, resilience, and a profound commitment to excellence. We acknowledge the countless hours of study, the sacrifices, and the sleepless nights that have brought you to this milestone. As you embark on your nursing careers, remember that nursing transcends being just a profession. It is a calling. It demands compassion, skill, and an unwavering sense of responsibility. You are about to make a significant impact on healthcare, touching lives with your knowledge, empathy, and clinical expertise. Carry forward the values you have nurtured here at UACCB. Congratulations, and may your future be filled with success and fulfillment. Thank you all, and please enjoy the ceremony.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and the future of nursing, my classmates. My name is Mary Nicole Philamlee, and it is my absolute honor today to introduce the incredible faculty and staff who have shaped us, challenged us, and somehow survived this cohort. Before I begin, I want to ask all of the students and everyone in the audience to please take a look around the room. Go ahead, really look. Now notice how many of us graduating nurses there are in comparison to our faculty. Somehow, this small but mighty group managed to guide, teach, keep track of all of us through clinicals, lectures, tiers, caffeine addictions, and 47 different ways how to calculate a dosage problem. And if we're honest, this hasn't been an easy year. There were challenges, complaints, frustrations, long nights, and moments we all thought, I can't do this. Through it all, this faculty stood strong. They've done the impossible, balancing clinical sites, rotations, paperwork, preceptors, exams, and honestly, a few personalities that probably deserve their own care plans, all while managing their own lives. We watched as you juggled more tasks than a charge nurse on a short-staffed night shift. Yet somehow, you still made time for us to check in, to offer feedback, or simply just to say, you've got this, or great job. They taught, encouraged, corrected, comforted, and led us through one of the hardest, yet the most rewarding experiences of our lives. You showed us that nursing is not just a skill, it is a calling. You reminded us that compassion is as vital as competence, and it's okay to cry as long as we keep going. You showed up for us every single time. You didn't just manage a program, you managed us, which most days was often like herding cats. Honestly, that alone deserves an honorary degree in patience. Because of you, here we are, a new generation of nurses, ready to care, ready to advocate, and to make a difference. From all of us, thank you. You didn't just teach us nursing, you showed us how to be nurses. To our adjunct instructors and clinical preceptors, you were the calm voices in the chaos. You stood beside us during our first IV attempts, our first med passes, and those unforgettable mistakes that still haunt us all at 3 a.m. You didn't just teach skills, you modeled grace under pressure. If you're in the room tonight, please stand so that we can recognize you. Thank you for your patience, your kindness, and your constant encouragement. Now I'd like to take a moment to introduce the heart of this program, the faculty who guided us through every assessment, every simulation, and every meltdown. Please help me welcome Ms. Laura Draper, simulation faculty. You brought us our simulations to real life, giving voices to our mannequins and running the controls behind the scenes and ensuring every scenario ran smoothly. Ms. Twyla Taylor, simulation faculty. You made sure that our mannequins survived us, and you taught us how to handle real emergencies with calm professionalism. Ms. Lena Harrington, clinical coordinator. Your scheduling powers are on a superhero level. You deserve a cape. You made sure each of us had the chance to learn something meaningful in every placement. Ms. Sharika Ray, nursing faculty. Your virtual sessions literally saved our online sanity. Your energy, your kindness, and your dedication made distant learning feel connected and personal. You made live meetings feel like a lifeline instead of a lecture. Thank you. Ms. Jayla Cox, nursing faculty. You have been our rock since day one. You never failed to answer all, and I mean all of our many questions, and I have a lot. You have a rare gift of blending empathy and high expectations so perfectly that we all learned to aim higher just to make you proud. Thank you. Ms. Dana Cox, Director of Nursing. You are the backbone of this program. You held everything together with vision, grace, and enough patience to rival a saint, even while facing one of the greatest losses of your life. Your strength and dedication have inspired us all to keep going, even when things felt impossible. Dr. Becky Warren, Dean of Career and Workforce Education. Your leadership ensures this program continues to grow and thrive for future nurses who will one day stand where we are tonight. The reason that we are ready and the reason that we are here is because of this small but mighty team of educators who stood behind us, guided us, and on some days, for some of us, drug us across the finish line. You didn't just teach us how to save lives, you changed ours. Thank you. I would like to now introduce Amanda Mobes Bruce.
There's so many of you. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Amanda Mobes Bruce. I'm truly honored to have been chosen by my peers to represent this cohort and speak to you today at graduation. Each of us is on a journey as unique as the individual who travels it. Though we embarked on different roads, each marked by its own trials and triumphs, those roads have ultimately guided each of us to this very moment. For many, nursing was a childhood dream or a deep God-given desire to bring comfort, care, and healing. For others, it was a necessity to protect and safeguard the future of their family. Whatever the reason, we now share a powerful bond. Some might say a trauma bond, but a bond nonetheless. I feel confident saying most of us have questioned our decision to be here more times than we'd care to admit. We doubted ourselves, shed countless tears, and sacrificed precious time with our family and friends. They say if it's going to happen to you, it's going to happen to you in nursing school. And let me assure you, this statement is true. While most of us juggled work, kids, health issues, and utter exhaustion, there were some who experienced heartbreaking losses and unimaginable challenges in their personal lives. And yet, here we stand, shaped, strengthened, and refined by the journey. Every scar a quiet reminder of how far we've come. There's a quote often attributed to C.S. Lewis: "Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny." This quote, along with the pure grace of God, carried me through the last 18 months. It gave me hope. Hope that something extraordinary can and will come from these hardships. Hope that even in the moments that things felt nearly impossible and life was overwhelming, we were developing the character and endurance needed to boldly step into an extraordinary future. You see, nursing school didn't just teach us dosage calculations and EKG strips. It taught us grit, as evidenced by the commitment that carried us through every exam, every checkoff, every sim lab, and every clinical day. Fortitude, as evidenced by facing the fear of administering our first injection, inserting our first IV, or placing our first Foley catheter. Resilience, as evidenced by desperately trying to balance life outside of school when there simply weren't enough hours in the day. By walking through those double doors the morning of an exam or the morning after an exam on which you gave your all, only to miss the passing grade by 0.2 of a point. And by adapting to unexpected changes, like the classroom seating assignments. Lastly, it taught us empathy, as evidenced by the abundance of support we offered each other through our trauma bond. The study groups shared tips and tricks for pharmacology, and of course, Rain's study guides, for which we were all so grateful. As we begin our separate journeys once more, I hope we never lose sight of what sparked this path for each of us, whether it was ambition, a divine calling, or simply survival, and how those different beginnings somehow brought us to the same place. I pray the lifelong friendships built within these walls are bonds not just rooted in trauma, but bonds built on shared strength, shared sacrifice, and shared hope. Bonds that will continue to deepen as we take a bold step into our extraordinary destiny as extraordinary registered nurses. To our families and friends, there simply are not enough words of gratitude for the sacrifices you made right alongside us. Thank you for enduring the early clinical mornings and late study nights, the piles of printed PowerPoints, highlighters, and note cards, and for allowing us to practice vital signs and head-to-toe assessments on you. You lifted what we couldn't carry. Sorry. I told you I was gonna. Okay. You lifted what we couldn't carry. You stood in the spaces we couldn't fill. And you extended grace to us when we couldn't find it within ourselves. Okay. To our instructors, y'all deserve an enormous pay raise. And I know we were a handful in so many ways, and not just because we greatly outnumbered you. But through it all, you held our hands and guided us. Guided us through our first steps as baby nurses. I didn't know this was going to be so hard. You encouraged us when we fell short and cried with us when the weight of it all felt too heavy. You kept us humble when our confidence grew a little too quickly. And you pushed us to our limits to show us that we were capable of so much more than we ever believed. I'm so sorry. You navigated staffing changes with grace. You welcomed the online LPN to RN students seamlessly and adapted to every curveball thrown your way, all while managing your own families and personal hardships. Through every change, every challenge, and even through your own seasons of life and loss, you never stopped showing up for us. And we are here today because you chose to pour into us, and we are forever grateful. Okay, to my cohort. After the most difficult 18 months of my life, I still don't know if I want to be a nurse. But I do know that your friendships have truly been a gift in this season of my life, and I will carry them with me always. I am so very proud of each and every one of you. You are amazing individuals, each with unique God-given talents. Celebrate the incredible accomplishments you've achieved through your hard work and honor the dedication, perseverance, and passion that have brought you to this remarkable milestone. Be kind to yourself. Make time to rest, recharge, and enjoy the simple goodness of sunshine and fresh air. And if that ever leads you to enjoy a break sitting in the middle of the UACCB creek bed, embracing the moment just like Kathy did, that's perfectly acceptable. Y'all just make sure to send Miss Dana a text. Above all, believe in yourself the way we each believe in you. No matter where life takes you, carry with you the reminder that you'll always be part of our shared journey. And when the time comes that you have a baby nurse shadowing you, tell the stories that help shape you. Tell the stories of our journey together. Tell the stories of our hardships and our friendships that molded you for your extraordinary journey and your extraordinary destiny. Thank you. I'm so sorry. So I would like to now introduce Kayla Hackett.
Okay, that's tough to follow. Hi, everyone. I'm Kayla Hackett. Good afternoon, and thank y'all so much for being here to celebrate with us today. It is an honor to speak to you on behalf of the online group of LPN to RN students here. Online courses have always intimidated me, and in my younger days, the deadline that I was the best at meeting was to drop the class before it was a fail. So having the opportunity to further my education and career by taking classes online, it was terrifying for me, but it proved to be fulfilling in more ways than one. While allowing so many of us to continue working, we were also able to attend live stream lectures with the option to rewatch them later. Now, checkoffs, simulation labs, and clinical, all being in person, allowed us to connect with one another. Despite this, our instructors, while managing more than one program, mind you, they have all of us and other programs, always did their very best to make us feel supported. Not being in the classroom together week by week put our online group at a high risk for feeling separated, aside from our clinical groups. I've personally felt a connection with everyone through the distance. We have reached out to each other to make sure we understood an assignment, things that were sent from staff, when to be somewhere, where to be, and even what to wear. I feel that we've held each other together well, even those of us who haven't been able to hold a face-to-face conversation with each other yet. We are a team, and we did it. To each and every classmate, instructor, family member, and friend that has cried with us, laughed with us, and encouraged us, we could not have gotten through this without you. They say it takes a village, and nursing students most definitely require a village. My speaking today is on behalf of my classmates and myself. I would, however, like to take just a second to shout out some of my own village. I would first like to thank my precious, perfect, private duty patient, Raylan, who is in the back of the house tonight, for the desire to expand my nursing knowledge. I thank his family for their teaching, encouragement, flexibility, and love throughout this time. To my daughter and my husband, the most important people in this world to me, thank you both for hanging in there when I had homework, clinicals, hours of studying, or tests that kept me from being fully present, both mentally and physically, and even missing out on some fun. To my entire family, if there were ever a second that I lacked in believing in my abilities, you have all assured me that I can achieve anything I set my mind to. None of this would be possible without my mom and papa. They have been my support beams, as well as my own personal case studies at times. I pray often that healthcare feels a positive hit from this graduating class. There are a wide variety of personalities here. We also represent a diverse group of ages, races, ethnicities, and genders. In that, there's an abundance of determination, time management, knowledge, strength, and so much resilience. More than a few of us, myself included, have experienced major life changes and scary situations during this already intense program. We've been held by God's grace and by each other to keep pushing. I know that this will continue in the future of patient care by this group. When asking my classmates what being a nurse means to them, I received responses such as these. Being a nurse means to me that I care for people with all my heart and help them. I care for them and comfort them. I love taking care of my patients. This has been my journey for many years and started as a CNA. Being a nurse means a lot to me. Knowing I get to take part in caring for those in need makes me feel like I'm doing something right. Although times are mentally and physically hard, I could not see myself doing something else. Being a nurse to me is being someone's person. It may be just for an hour or just a day, but being there for someone that may not have anyone makes everything worth it. To me, being a nurse is a calling to be the hands and feet of Christ, showing his love through every act of service. So just this week, I saw a post on Facebook, and it screamed nursing to me. It said, when God wanted to make a king of David, he didn't give him a crown, he gave him Goliath. Your challenges prepare you for your purpose. For us, this starts with the challenge of nursing school, and it will continue with each patient, provider, fellow nurse that we encounter, and family members. From Romans 15, verses 1 through 3, it says, now we who are strong have an obligation to bear the weaknesses of those without strength, and not to please ourselves. Each one of us must please his neighbor for his good, to build him up, for even the Messiah did not please himself. Here's to our moving forward with the purpose of providing exceptional, selfless care to those in need and finding joy in every moment of it. I will now turn the ceremony over to Ms. Dana Cox.
Good afternoon and welcome. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the remarkable achievements of the 80 RN students seated here. Each of you have demonstrated dedication, resilience, and perseverance throughout your journey, and I can definitely say with 100% confidence you have kept me on my toes more times than one. This class has not only excelled academically, but also has navigated personal and professional challenges with determination and grit. Today marks more than the completion of a program. It is a celebration of the late night study sessions, countless clinical hours, personal growth, and yes, learning to handle challenges with humor and grace. You stand here today as capable, compassionate professionals, and it has been a privilege to be part of your journey. At this time, I would like to turn our attention to a very special part of today's ceremony, the awards presentation. This is our opportunity to recognize and celebrate those exceptional students who have gone above and beyond, demonstrating academic excellence and outstanding qualities that exemplify the very best of the nursing profession. We will begin our awards this evening with the Outstanding Community Service Award. While community service hours are required throughout our program, this award is reserved for an individual who consistently demonstrated a true servant's heart and went far beyond what was expected, driven not by obligation, but by compassion. Community service is more than fulfilling a requirement. It is a willingness to step forward when others are in need. Many students in this class embody this spirit, but this individual stood out through quiet leadership, humility, and the readiness to serve during a time of significant hardship for our community. When local areas were impacted by devastating tornado damage, this student immediately answered the call to help with cleanup and recovery efforts. He willingly took on difficult and often unseen tasks, work that required emotional strength and resilience, and that many might understandably hesitate to do. Through these actions, he demonstrated deep compassion, courage, and a commitment to serve others during their most valuable moments. It is an honor to present our Outstanding Community Service Award to Brett Dodds. Our next award is the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award. This recognition is placed on a student who earned the highest cumulative grade point average throughout the entire program. Achieving this distinction requires extraordinary discipline, perseverance, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. And if we're being honest, I'm sure a few tears were shed along the way. This year, the competition for this award was exceptionally close. A remarkable number of students completed the program with an A average across all coursework. This achievement is noticed by the faculty and deeply admired, and we do not take this lightly. Maintaining that level of academic performance across an entire nursing program is no small feat, and we commend every student who was able to achieve this. Ultimately, this award was decided by 1/100th of a point, reflecting the extraordinary academic strength of this class. This year's recipient exemplifies quiet strength and determination while balancing the demands of nursing school and caring for children who depended on her. She consistently demonstrated focus, resilience, and exceptional time management. Known by her classmates as steady, reliable presence, she led by example and not just by words. Always willing to help others, she offers support and encouragement without seeking recognition. Her peers view her as a role model, and the faculty admire not only her academic excellence, but the character and professionalism she brought to the program. It is an honor to present the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award to Mary Philamlee. Our final award holds special significance. This is our Nightingale Award, one of the most meaningful honors we present. This award is rooted in the qualities exemplified by Florence Nightingale: compassion, integrity, professionalism, commitment to excellence, and service beyond expectation. When selecting a Nightingale Award recipient, we look for a student who consistently demonstrates these qualities in the clinical setting. Someone who remains steady under pressure, provides exceptional patient-centered care, and embodies the true spirit of the nursing practice. In nomination statements, this student was described as exemplifying the very qualities associated with Florence Nightingale. Clinical staff consistently noted a calm, reassuring presence at the bedside and an ability to remain composed during even the most challenging situations. One nominator shared that the student always shows up with a positive attitude and is polite and respectful to staff, nurses, and especially his patients, and embraces every clinical opportunity with professionalism. Another highlighted strong work ethic and task management, qualities that will blend over into the professional practice. This individual constantly went above and beyond in clinicals, supporting peers, encouraging patients, and delivering care with empathy and confidence. The calm demeanor, quiet professionalism demonstrated throughout clinical experiences reflects the very foundation of the Nightingale Award. On behalf of the faculty, it is our honor to recognize and commend this student for setting a standard of clinical excellence we are proud to send out into the profession. It is a privilege to present today's Nightingale Award to Evan Richardson. As we now transition over into our pinning ceremony, we pause to recognize a tradition that holds a deep significance within the nursing profession. Unlike a typical graduation, the pinning ceremony marks not only the completion of academic coursework, but also the entrance into a professional rooted in selflessness, service, and responsibility to others. To those being pinned today, this moment is deeply meaningful. The pin will be placed over your heart and represents more than achievement. It signifies the trust patients, families, and communities will place in you. It is a reminder of the responsibility you carry to uphold the core values of nursing: knowledge, professionalism, service, integrity, and compassionate care. May these values guide every decision you make and every life you touch throughout your nursing career. At this time, I will turn the ceremony over to Dr. Becky Warren, the Dean of Career and Workforce Education, and Ms. Dean Youngblood, the Dean of General Education and Transfer.
Before the ceremony, every student was given the special opportunity to invite a nurse who has had significant impact on their life to be a part of this pinning moment. This privilege served as a symbol of gratitude and appreciation for the invaluable support and unwavering belief in students' capabilities that these individuals provided throughout their nursing education. Tonight, we will be witnessing this heartfelt moment between our graduates and the cherished guest or faculty member that they chose.
Will the first row please stand? Iyalawana Kemi Abdebule. She is being pinned by Dana Cox, RN. Jimmy Alexander is being pinned by Melissa Cross, RN. Destiny Almanza is being pinned by Cindy Almanza, RN. Alida Alonzo is being pinned by Sharika Ray, RN. Hannah Anderson is being pinned by Robin Anderson, RN. Brooke Bailey is being pinned by Bonnie Walls, RN. Caitlin Bentley is being pinned by Nathaniel Ayers, RN. Bethany Black is being pinned by Angela Nichols, RN. Seth Bridgman is being pinned by Jenny Lynn Bridgman, RN. Bailey Madison Broadwell is being pinned by Sharika Ray, RN. Latavia Brown Miller is being pinned by Sharika Ray, RN. Haley Bullard Walling is being pinned by Jennifer Tosh, APRN. Megan Calhoun is being pinned by Diane Calhoun, RN. QA Chin is being pinned by Dana Cox, RN. Emily Claraday is being pinned by Dixie Claraday, RN. You may be seated.
Second row, please stand. Kaylee Dennis, being pinned by Jocelyn Brooks, RN. Gabrielle Dawkins, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Brett Dodds, being pinned by Crystal Burns, RN. Megan Dodge, being pinned by Dana Cox, RN. Taylor Duncan, being pinned by Davy Thornton, RN. Jonna Eddington, being pinned by Sarah Zachary, RN. Lauren Edgen, being pinned by Jessica Jones, RN. Kayla Ellingson, being pinned by Sharika Ray, RN. Hannah Eubanks, being pinned by Melinda Adams, RN. Kara Flagg, being pinned by Sharika Ray, RN. Wyatt Fowler, being pinned by Ellie Fowler, RN. Anthony Giltner, being pinned by Roy Giltner, RN. Kayla Hackett, being pinned by Sharika Ray, RN. Deborah Hames, being pinned by Michelle St. Armand, RN. Megan Harrison, being pinned by Sharika Ray, RN. You may be seated.
Will the third row please stand? Maisha Henry, being pinned by Sarah Seals, RN. Dejanay Hightower, being pinned by Sharonda Marshall, RN. Caitlin Jacks, being pinned by Ernesto Munoz, RN. Stephanie Kidd, being pinned by Cindy McDonald, CNM. Kelly Lamb, being pinned by Kayla Lopez, RN. Sydney Leonard, being pinned by Paula Veazey, RN. Delaney Lewis, being pinned by Felicia Harris, RN. April Massey, being pinned by Melanie Golliver, APRN. Cheslade McCormick, being pinned by Gilbert Lopez, RN. Elizabeth Millican, being pinned by Jessica Jones, RN. Felicia Mitchell, being pinned by April Gray, RN. Rain Mize, being pinned by Jessica Jones, RN. Amanda Mobbs Bruce, being pinned by Kaylee Mobbs, RN. Britlin Morgan, being pinned by Monica Morgan Lee, DNP. John Thomas Morgan, being pinned by Jessica Jones, RN. You may be seated.
Will the fourth row please stand? Shane Peacock, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Kayla Peoples Yerby, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Jordan Perky, being pinned by Shalina McDaniel, RN. Mary Nicole Philamlee, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Leandria Pierce, being pinned by Joyce Brown, RN. Ashton Proctor, being pinned by Dana Cox, RN. Catherine Pruitt, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Brittany Rains, being pinned by Jessica Jones, RN. Megan Reyes, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Evan Richardson, being pinned by Mandy Richardson, RN. Tierra Richardson, being pinned by Ladidra Jackson. Parker Rogers, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Timothy Sapp, being pinned by Christian Wagnon, RN. Danielle Sinclair, being pinned by Deborah Finley, RN. Nicole Sisk, being pinned by Sharika Ray, RN. You may be seated.
Will the fifth row please stand? Kara Smith, being penned by Dana Cox, RN. Jessica Snyder, being penned by Allison Langston, RN. Lindsay Sparks, being penned by Jayla Cox, RN. Kayla Spears, being penned by Jayla Cox, RN. Barbara Stacks, being penned by Cassie Horn, RN. Jennifer Stark, being penned by Rhonda Kubilis, RN. Kimberly Stewart, being penned by Missy Williams, RN. Krishna Stokes, being penned by April Gray, RN. Audrey Strassner, being penned by Amanda Brinkley, RN. You may be seated.
Sixth row, please stand. Kathy Tackett, being penned by Brittany Stroud, RN. Skylar Tate, being penned by Natalie St. Clair, RN. Brittany Taylor, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Carly Teague, being pinned by Jennifer Tosh, APRN. Jennifer Thomas, being pinned by LaDonna Fowler, RN. Caitlin Watkins, being pinned by Heather Johnson, RN. Catherine Williams, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Macy Williams, being pinned by Jayla Cox, RN. Andy Winkle, being pinned by Deborah Galbraith, RN. You may be seated.
I'm going to ask you all to go ahead and stand back up. At this time, I would like to introduce to you with great pride and honor, and on behalf of University of Arkansas Community College at Batesville and the nursing department, I present to you the RN class of 2025. You may be seated. As we now move into our final ceremony of the afternoon, we turn our attention to the lighting of the Nightingale lamp, a meaningful and time-honored tradition that symbolizes a nurse's entry into profession. This ceremony honors the legacy of Florence Nightingale and the enduring values of nursing, compassion, integrity, service, and professional responsibility. Florence Nightingale believed deeply in the importance of dignity, cleanliness, and constant attention to physical and emotional needs of patients. Her dedication transformed nursing into a respectful profession and laid the foundation for modern nursing practice. She became known for making nightly rounds by lamplight, offering comfort and care when it was most needed. Today, the lamp remains a powerful symbol of the nursing legacy and a reminder that nurses' care extends beyond the hours of the daylight. As each student participates in the lighting of the lamp, it represents a personal commitment to uphold the values of the profession and to serve others with compassion and integrity throughout their nursing career. This evening, the Nightingale Pledge will be led by Evan Richardson, Mary Philamlee, and Brett Dodds. At this time, we kindly ask our audience for patience and please remain seated as the graduates begin to collect their lamps and make their way into the auditorium. Y'all can stand.
We're waiting on that side. Okay. I'm glad. I solemnly pledge myself before the presence of the assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drugs. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping, family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his work, and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care.
On behalf of the University of Arkansas Community College at Batesville and the Department of Nursing, I would like to thank you for your presence and continued support this evening. We kindly ask that you please remain seated until the recessional is complete and all graduates have exited the auditorium.